If you're watching a movie of your life, it's a temporary, powerful defense against a specific, overwhelming threat. In CPTSD, dissociation.
Alright guys, I think I'm streaming. It took a little bit. It's a pretty simple thing to do, but it still ended up, it's amazing sometimes just how complicated simple changes to a live setup can be. So obviously I do a lot of low effort stuff. Should be good to go here. And just trying to verify. Okay, so I'm not going to be watching chat while I play Tetris, but I have a chat here that I'll see. So if you, of course, if you're seeing this message, you're watching a replay at this point. And nobody's here in the chat, but whatever. Oh well, that's just kind of the way I do these Tetris streams. So if you're watching this, that's that. But that's either really to grow the channel or anything else. It's just sharing some reality checks that coincide with other things that other content I produce. And I'm actually literally playing this to try to help with CPTSD. It's not been shown to be effective for that, but I have my reasons for thinking it can still be helpful. And that's what I do. Anyways, as far as I know, everything should be set up. Either way, I'm going to be playing this and I'm going to hear this through. So that when I say, let me make sure. Okay. Yeah. When I say that this was in my title, when I say that this is so creepy, it's like, it's triggering. Like I stopped at 8 minutes in thinking I was going to try to do something to share this, and then I couldn't restart it. I tried and I just couldn't handle it anymore. Like, it was triggering up to that point. But before I was really paying attention to it, I mean, I just kind of caught on to like, holy crap, this is. So at first I'm just kind of watching it, facing, disassociating already a little bit and stuff, and then, oof. But anyways, I'm going to try this while playing Tetris now. We'll see what happens. I'm going to try to recenter here. So, I don't know why. Okay. Oh, there we go. Wait a minute. I don't know why this is pulling so tight. Okay, oh. I think there's too much. Yep. There we go. I'm careful, Matthew. I had to add more slack to my headset cable, so it might have the wire lower than you expect. Let's try this again. Okay, so.
The term PTSD is well known, but for many survivors, it feels like an incomplete story. Their trauma wasn't a single, definable event. It was a prolonged state of being. This is the reality of complex PTSD, or CPTSD. Today, we cut straight to the point. We will explore the critical, life-altering differences between these two diagnoses. This isn't just information. It's validation for a pain that is often misunderstood. Because you can't begin to heal a wound you don't fully understand. Let's get into the differences. Difference 1, the source of the wound. The first and most fundamental difference lies in the very nature of the traumatic experience. This is the bedrock upon which everything else is built. PTSD is typically linked to a single, terrifying event, or a series of events over a limited period. This could be a serious accident, a physical or sexual assault, a natural disaster, or combat exposure. The the event has a clear beginning and a clear end, even if the memory of it continues to haunt the present. The mind is trying to process an overwhelming experience that shattered its sense of safety in the world. It's a reaction to a horrifying event that happened to you. CPTSD, on the other hand, arises from slow, relentless exposure to trauma. It stems from prolonged, repeated traumatic situations where the victim has little or no chance of escape. This is not a single event. It is a state of being, often lasting for months, years, or even decades. The most common sources are experiences like ongoing childhood physical, emotional, or sexual abuse, being a prisoner of war, long-term domestic violence, or living in a situation with a complete loss of control. In these situations, the trauma isn't an interruption to your life. It is your life. The person inflicting the pain is often a caregiver, a parent, a partner, the very people who were supposed to be the source of safety. This betrayal is a poison that seeps into the foundation of a person's being. The wound of PTSD is a battle scar. The wound of CPTSD is the cage itself, and the memory of how you learn to live inside it. Difference 2, the emotional echo. How the trauma echoes in a person's daily emotional life is another key distinction. In PTSD, the emotional landscape is often characterized by extreme highs and lows. A person might experience intense flashbacks that feel as real as the original event, plunging them back into terror. They live in a state of hypervigilance, constantly scanning for danger, with an easily triggered startle response. The emotional state is one of being on guard against a threat that might return at any moment. Then, to cope, they may swing to the other extreme, emotional numbness and avoidance, trying to feel nothing at all to escape the overwhelming fear. CPTSD includes all of that, but it goes deeper, affecting the very core of a person's ability to regulate their emotions on a day-to-day basis. Because the trauma was constant, the dysregulation becomes constant. This can manifest as explosive anger that seems to come from nowhere, or a persistent heavy sadness that colors every experience. It can also look like a chronic difficulty with self-soothing. While someone with PTSD might be trying to manage panic attacks, a person with CPTSD might be struggling with the basic act of feeling calm or content in their own skin. There can also be periods of suicidal thoughts, not necessarily from a desire to die, but from a desperate need for the relentless internal pain to finally stop. It's not just about reliving the storm. For many with CPTSD, it's about having forgotten what the sun ever felt like.
That hits hard.
Perhaps the most painful and defining feature of CPTSD is its devastating impact on a person's identity and self-concept. With PTSD, an individual's sense of self is often shaken. They might say, "I'm not the same person I was before the accident." The trauma is seen as something that happened to them, an external event that left an internal scar. They are a survivor of a terrible thing. With CPTSD, the trauma becomes internalized. It's not what happened to you, it's what you believe you are. Because the abuse or neglect was often relational and happened during formative years, the victim absorbs the blame. A child can't comprehend that their parent is unsafe. Instead, their mind concludes, "I must be unlovable, I must be bad, I am the problem." This leads to a toxic sense of shame. It's a feeling of being fundamentally flawed, worthless, or disgusting. It's a belief that you are broken beyond repair. This isn't just low self-esteem. It's a core identity built on a foundation of worthlessness. While the person with PTSD fights the memory of what happened, the person with CPTSD fights the very reflection they see in the mirror every single day. Healing from PTSD is often about integrating a terrible memory. Healing from CPTSD is about rebuilding a self that you were taught to hate. Difference 4. The broken compass in relationships. Our early experiences form a blueprint for how we connect with others. This is where CPTSD leaves one of its deepest and most confusing marks. For someone with PTSD, relationships can become difficult. They may withdraw from loved ones, feel detached, or become irritable, straining even the strongest bonds. Their fear and hypervigilance can make it hard to trust others and feel safe in intimacy. The world feels dangerous, so people feel dangerous. For someone with CPTSD, the blueprint for relationships itself is corrupted. The trauma was often inflicted by a person who was supposed to be a source of love and protection. The roles of caregiver and abuser, love and pain, became tangled together. As a result, relationships in adulthood become a minefield of confusion and fear. This can manifest in several ways. A person might desperately crave intimacy, but be terrified of it, pushing away anyone who gets too close. They may unconsciously recreate the dynamics of their original trauma, finding themselves in relationships with people who are unavailable, controlling, or abusive, because chaos feels more familiar than safety. They may struggle to trust anyone, including themselves, leading to a painful sense of isolation. It's an invisible loneliness that persists even when surrounded by people. The core wound isn't just a fear of being hurt by others. It's a deep-seated uncertainty about what a safe and loving connection even looks or feels like. Difference 5. The escape inside. Dissociation is a defense mechanism the mind uses to disconnect from overwhelming experiences. It's a form of mental escape when physical escape isn't possible. Both PTSD and CPTSD involve dissociation, but its role and presentation are different. In PTSD, dissociation often occurs during the traumatic event itself or during a flashback. It can feel like an out-of-body experience, or as if you're watching a movie of your life. It's a temporary, powerful defense against a specific, overwhelming threat. In CPTSD, dissociation is not just a defense mechanism, it's a way of life. When a child is trapped in a reality that is consistently terrifying or painful, their mind learns to check out for long periods. It becomes a primary coping strategy that carries over into adulthood. This can look like chronic fogginess or brain fog. It can manifest as significant memory gaps from childhood. It can be a feeling of being a detached observer of your own life, as if you're on autopilot. This isn't just about escaping a memory. It's about escaping the constant, moment-to-moment pain of your own existence. It's the mind's last refuge when the body cannot escape. This chronic detachment can make it incredibly difficult to feel present, to connect with your own emotions, or to feel truly alive and engaged in the world. It's the ghost-like feeling of living a life that doesn't entirely feel like your own. Difference 6. The loss of a system of meanings. Finally, we arrive at one of the most existential differences, the impact on a person's belief system. Trauma of any kind can shake a person's worldview. Someone with PTSD might struggle with the question, why did this happen to me? And may feel that the world is a more dangerous place than they once thought. It challenges their sense of justice and safety. CPTSD, however, can completely annihilate a person's entire system of meaning. When you have been systematically broken down by other human beings for a prolonged period, it can lead to a complete loss of faith in humanity itself. The belief in a just world, in the inherent goodness of people, or in any kind of higher power or spiritual source of comfort can be completely
I don't feel like
shattered.
that's been on
This
us,
isn't just disillusionment.
like
It's a
that's the
deep,
reality we
spiritual
face.
despair. It's a
Because-
sense of hopelessness that can feel absolute. The search for meaning becomes excruciating because the evidence of your life has shown you that meaning, safety, and justice do not exist. For many with CPTSD, the healing journey isn't just about managing symptoms
They do not
or
exist
processing memories.
in
It's
America.
the monumental task of trying to find a flicker of light, a reason to hope, in a
Yep.
world that they were taught
And you
is
can't
nothing
find
but
it
darkness.
in America.
So, as we see, while they share the word trauma, PTSD and CPTSD are distinct experiences that leave different wounds. One is a scar from a terrible event. The other is a complex architecture of survival, built in response to a toxic environment. Recognizing
America
these
is a
differences
toxic
is not an
environment.
academic exercise. It is an act of validation.
Because Americans
It is the
are
first
toxic
step
people.
toward finding the right kind
Period.
of help, the right kind of therapy, and the right kind of self-compassion.
Nah, there's nothing
Understanding
here.
that your struggles with
Bunch
relationships,
of grifters.
your
Your therapy
emotional
here is just a
turmoil,
waste of time.
and your shattered sense of self are not character flaws, but predictable consequences of what you endured, is powerful. It shifts the narrative from, what is wrong with me, to, what happened to me? And that is where the power to heal truly lies. If this video helped you feel seen, or understand yourself, or someone you love a little better, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. We're building a community here based on understanding and compassion. And now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these differences
The Tetris
resonated
works
with you
because
the
I
most?
couldn't even watch
You
this
don't need to
again.
share any
Like,
details you're not comfortable
Since I started
with, but
yesterday,
letting
but-
us know which point truly hit home helps us all feel
It's
a
a
little
nice
less alone
distraction.
in our experiences. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice matters, and your story is a vital part of this conversation. Thank you for watching.
see how easy this is to modify your air conditioner?
The term PTSD is well known, but for many survivors, it feels like an incomplete story. Their trauma wasn't a single, definable event. There's a strange kind of haunting that doesn't involve ghosts. It's the haunting of a past that echoes in the present. It turns normal, everyday moments into invisible minefields. A simple, kind word can feel like a threat. A quiet, peaceful evening can feel like the calm before a devastating storm. This isn't a choice. It's a survival map for a war that is over, but one your body and mind haven't accepted as ended. This is what it's like to live with complex PTSD. Today, we're not going to talk about the big, obvious triggers. We're going to talk about the quiet, confusing ones. The 6 normal things that can feel absolutely terrifying when you're healing from trauma. Number 1, receiving a compliment. For most people, receiving a compliment is a welcome moment. A nice shirt, a job well done, a kind observation about their character. It's supposed to feel good, a small boost to the day. But for someone with CPTSD, a compliment can land with the weight of a stone. Instead of warmth, it can trigger a wave of suspicion and anxiety. The first thought isn't, oh, thank you. It's often, what do they want from me? Or,
Yes.
they must be lying. Why does this happen? When you've grown up in an environment where praise was rare, or worse, where it was immediately followed by a demand or criticism, your brain learns a dangerous equation. Praise equals manipulation. A compliment becomes the bait in a trap you've seen before. It's the sugar used to hide the taste of poison. There's also the deep-seated feeling of worthlessness that trauma can carve into your identity. If you fundamentally believe you are broken, flawed, or bad, a compliment creates a sharp, painful conflict in your mind. It's as if
I've
someone
probably been
is
affected
telling
by
you
stuff
the
like that
sky
in the
is
past,
green.
but
Your
I've
entire
gone
life
through that.
experience has taught you it's blue.
I
So
just
this
can't
new
get past
information
the
must
corrupt
be a trick
motherfuckers in
or a
America
mistake.
still
Accepting a
fucking us over
compliment
left and
would mean
right.
questioning the very
I
foundation
can't get back the
of
fact
the
that
identity you built.
it's
to
not in my
survive.
head.
And that is
Americans are
terrifying.
pieces of
So you
shit.
deflect, you
There's a
downplay
problem.
it, you reject it. Not because you're ungrateful, but because in your world, believing something good about yourself has historically been unsafe. Number 2, unexpected kindness. This one is a close cousin to receiving a compliment, but it's broader. It's the stranger holding the door for you, the coworker who brings you a coffee just because, or a new friend who offers help without you even asking. These are the building blocks of social trust. With CPTSD, these moments can feel like a test you don't know how to pass. The internal alarm bells start ringing. Genuine, no-strings-attached kindness is a foreign language. Your past taught you that people are only nice when they're about to ask for something you don't want to get.
America
or when they
teaches
are
us that
trying to
people are
lower
only
your
nice
defenses
when
before
they're out
they
to get
hurt.
something.
The body remembers what the mind tries to forget. Your nervous system, conditioned by years of walking on eggshells, flags this unexpected kindness as a deviation from the pattern.
No, I shook all this off to just find out Americans are pieces of
becoming
shit.
cold or distant.
It's not in
You
your
might
head.
start obsessively
It's just you're
analyzing
aware
the
of it.
person's motives,
You're sensitive
searching for
to
the
it.
hidden agenda.
You've been
This
beat
isn't
up by it
because
your
you're a
whole
cynical
life,
person.
and then you just find
It's
out
because your
it's
experience
fucking
has taught you
every
that
fucking
survival
American
depends on finding
is a
the
piece of
threat
shit.
before it finds you. Trusting kindness feels like willingly walking into a fire because someone promised you it wouldn't burn this time. You've been burned before, and the scars still ache. Number 3, relaxing and having free time. What could be better than a quiet evening with nothing to do? No deadlines, no chores, just peace. For many, this is the goal. It's a chance to recharge. For someone navigating the aftermath of complex trauma, a lack of distraction is not peace. It's a vacuum. And that vacuum is quickly filled by intrusive thoughts, flashbacks, and a crushing sense of dread. The silence is louder than any noise, because it's filled with all the things you work so hard to keep at bay during the busy hours of the day. This is the reality of a nervous system stuck in hypervigilance. Your body is constantly scanning for danger, even when there is none. When you try to relax, your brain screams. You're letting your guard down. It's not safe. The feeling isn't relaxation, it's vulnerability. It feels like falling asleep on watch duty. Peace and quiet were often the moments right before something terrible happened. So your system learned that stillness is danger. Being constantly busy, anxious, and productive becomes a defense mechanism. It's a way to outrun the ghosts. The idea of simply being is terrifying, because for so long, your doing was the only thing that kept you alive. Number 4, making a small mistake. Spilling a drink, sending an email with a typo, forgetting one item at the grocery store. These are minor, everyday human errors. Most people might feel a flash of annoyance, clean it up, and move on with their day. For someone with CPTSD, a small mistake can feel catastrophic. It can trigger an intense emotional reaction that is completely out of proportion to the event itself. A typo in an email doesn't just feel like a typo. It feels like proof that you are incompetent, a failure, and that you are about to be punished or abandoned for
I
it.
do overreact
This
to mistakes,
reaction
but I
is
don't
born
feel
from a
like
past where mistakes,
I don't feel like
no matter how
so
small, had severe consequences.
I'm 48,
Perhaps
so
a
I've
spilled glass of
rebuilt a
milk led to
self-esteem
screaming and punishment. Maybe a
through
C on a
accomplishing
report
self.
card meant days
So
of
I-
rejection and shame.
So some of this
You
doesn't
learned a
hit
brutal lesson.
quite the
To be
same,
safe,
but-
you must be
But at
perfect.
one point, it did.
Perfectionism wasn't a personality trait. It was a survival strategy. So now, as an adult, that programming is still running. When you make a mistake, the inner critic, a voice often formed from the words of past abusers, erupts with fury. It tells you you're worthless, stupid, and unlovable.
So I don't beat
Shame
myself
is
up over it, but I
overwhelming.
still,
It feels like the world
I
is
do,
about to end. Because in
I
your
do get
past,
obsessed
a small
with
mistake
fixing
often did
mistakes.
signal the end of safety,
Or if I can't
love,
fix it,
or peace.
it's hard
the
to
terror
let it
isn't
go.
about the spilled milk. It's about the echo of what used to happen after.
And it just
Number
feels like I
five,
just feel
sudden
bad
loud
for
noises
somebody I let down
or
or something like
unexpected
that.
touch. This
Oh,
is one of the more commonly
hang on.
understood symptoms,
No, for
but it's
me-
worth exploring.
Okay, so no, for me, I know the truth about myself. So this stuff where they're talking about feeling like a failure and all this stuff, I don't feel that. I just feel gaslit. I feel like that's more gaslighting. Like people don't get to know me. Like I get denied people getting a chance to know me. So I feel like I'll never get a chance to get respected for who I am. So I know who I am. So I have a self-esteem. So that's probably helping me in a lot of ways. But a lot of these other things are hitting on the money. But it doesn't do any good to know who I am when people are so judgmental and shit. So no, it's my self-esteem has been recovered, but it doesn't matter if you have self-esteem when you live around a bunch of hypocrites in America that only want to tear you down to make excuses for not loving you like they're supposed to do. They want to tear you down rather than actually get their own shit together and be legit. That's what I see now. But yeah, it hits harder, hits different, the passion's different because of CPTSD, most likely. But yeah, I've learned who I am, but I've also learned that I'm surrounded by people that don't want me to be me. And that is why I'm wearing an ankle monitor now and everything fucking else. That's why my kids were fucked over and everything else, because these fucking American people are fucking worthless to kids, to their neighbors, to fucking everybody. Matthew, have I got anything wrong? Matthew agrees. He doesn't have CPTSD, but he agrees with my American experience. So I do have a check valve, and the check valve confirms, no, you're not losing your fucking mind. That is very obviously the way people behave in America. All right, let's go back to the video.
Why it's so deeply unsettling. A car backfiring, a dish shattering, a door slamming shut, or someone coming up from behind and tapping you on the shoulder. These things can startle anyone. But for someone with CPTSD, the reaction is not just a jump. It's a full-body activation of the threat response. This is your amygdala, the brain's alarm system, at work. In a person with a history of trauma, this alarm system becomes hypersensitive. It's like a smoke detector that goes off from a piece of toast. The loud noise or the unexpected touch bypasses your rational brain entirely and sends a direct signal
Yes.
of danger before you can even think, oh, that was
Yes.
just a car.
That is one of the worst things about it. It bypasses your rational brain. I am a rational person. That's why I haven't been destroyed. I have rationalized my way through childhood abuse all the way through. And so the disassociation and all the shit that happens from CPTSD is automatic. It's on its own. It's not chosen. It's not rational. It's not wanted. It's not welcome. It is what it is. And it only makes you get compounded worse because it causes you to be gaslit by your fellow Americans. And not the word fellow is just bullshit. There's no fellow America. There's no camaraderie here in America. Everyone's out for themselves. But yeah, you get gaslit even more you're just too scared, or you won't get over something, or some other bullshit. Like, no, it's fucking automatic. It's not chosen, and it fucking sucks. And that's where love could go a long damn ways, but Americans are hypocrites and nothing else. All right.
Heart is pounding, your muscles are tense, you're breathing shallowly, and you may be filled with a surge of rage or sheer terror. Your body is already preparing to fight, flee, or freeze. You are reacting to a past threat in the present moment. Someone touching your shoulder isn't just a friendly gesture. Your body might interpret it as the precursor to being grabbed or hurt. It's a physical memory, an echo of danger stored in your very cells. It's terrifying because it feels like you have no control over your own body's reactions. Number 6, the phrase, "We need to talk." 4 simple words. In a healthy relationship or a normal workplace, this phrase usually means it's time to solve a problem or share important information. There might be a little anxiety, but it's manageable. For someone with CPTSD, hearing "we need to talk" can be one of the most terrifying phrases in the English language. It is the sound of the other shoe dropping. It's the verbal announcement that the peace is over and the pain is about to begin. In a traumatic past, this phrase, or one like it, was almost always the prologue to a painful experience. It meant you were in trouble. It meant you were about to be criticized, shamed, blamed, or abandoned. It was the summons from the authority figure who held all the power. There was never a conversation. There was a verdict and a sentencing.
Yes.
So when you hear those words now,
Yes.
even from a loving
Yes.
partner or supportive boss, your brain doesn't hear the present context. It hears the echo of the past. It braces for impact. Your mind races, trying to figure out what you did wrong. The anxiety is immediate and overwhelming. It feels like an interrogation, not a conversation. It's the terror of being trapped and powerless all over again, waiting for a judgment you cannot escape. Living with these triggers is exhausting. It's like trying to navigate a modern city using an old, tattered map of a dangerous jungle. The map was essential for survival then, but it makes navigating the peaceful parts of life now confusing and scary. If you recognize yourself in any of these descriptions, know that you are not broken and you are not alone. These reactions are not your personality. They are the scars left behind from battles you had to fight. They are adaptations that once kept you safe. Healing is the slow, patient process of teaching your body and mind that the war is over and that safety is not just a dream, but a real possibility. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If this video helped you feel seen or understood, please give it a like.
What the heck's this one? What the heck?
Hey, are you still on the Trump train? Oh, you are. Oh, no. Look. Hey, nobody told you.
Oh, look at this one. You would go off on me and I'd be but alright, so these sunglasses I'm wearing right now actually have magnifiers as part of them, so I just picked them up. I haven't gotten used to them. Kind of, it's weird. I used to have This video is, there's a playlist on my
crazy.
channel called Streamed Evidence.
Kinda dramatic.
I don't
So
intend to play Tetris till this is all
maybe
all
I
the
should
way
just
over.
find some
but
readers,
we'll get started with this.
normal readers. Maybe I should find normal. I don't know.
I'll play a little bit more.
kinda
and then I'm gonna go. I don't know what's next, but
We'll do this. Can this picture be made bigger? No. I can put it wherever I want to.
I don't know. I'm trying to do something in the background. You know, keep people entertained.
Yeah, this is a very small window though.
Hey,
Okay.
should we let the birds out of the cage on the stream?
No. Okay, alright, here, let me try to get into this, I guess. Okay, yeah, I don't need a word. I don't know if I have any. I haven't used any readers in a while, so I don't know if I've got any. Let me just adjust without them. Okay. Alright, so this is starting from when we caught up with the girls and it looked like things were going kind of good and on a good track for about a month. Matthew can concur. So we don't know exactly how long, we don't keep track of how long it was, but Matthew, I said you can concur.
Wait, so if you go through all that, shouldn't we see the pictures of Mr. P?
There will be some pictures coming up, yeah. Okay, but anyways, I'm just asking you, do you concur that did it not seem like we were at the beginning of something better?
Yeah, like
And then they fucked
like
it
in
up?
that one video where, like right after, you know, the court case, basically,
What the
around
frick? Damn it! Oh, I accidentally clicked away. It took forever to fucking scroll all the way back. These are my friends, people, but this, I had freaking. I hate using this freaking mobile app, but it's the only way. Like, it's either that or I gotta freaking my Windows freaking spy on every damn thing I do on my phone just to see it on the screen. So, screw that too. That is a little bit better at least. Okay, now I gotta go all the way back. Yeah, so it's damn near a month. Cause it started like July 19th. At least now I know the date, but I'm trying to scroll back. It'll be a while probably before we get to the pictures. I mean, there's some pictures there, but I'm not stopping for them right now. What the frick? I just want a damn date.
I found the camera.
The camera's on the phone, son. I can't set up the other stuff because if I'm reading I don't trust just reading it without it showing on screen too. I can't tell if anyone's viewing.
Okay.
Well, I can try this. Supposed to be live now, but let's see. There we go, and oh, all right. So there are some viewers right now. Okay, so yeah, we'll start off. She wanted me to basically promise to not put this on YouTube, but I only agreed with a caveat, and she did not keep that caveat. So we'll start off with that. And if this gets them in any shit with their mom or whatever, that's on them. Like, they could have continued communicating or tried to reach out again or some shit, tried to figure it out, but instead they cooperated with the freaking trespass from Taco Bell and everything else. So they haven't been able to find another way to reach out. But Matthew said when we saw him at Walmart that they made eye contact with him, right?
They did.
Okay, so they had an opportunity then too. So if there's anything amiss that they wanted to reach out and this is going to be bad news for them, it's on them. It's all on them. But obviously we're going through some shit. We're, going to lose our house, lose our dogs, and we don't even know how the fuck we're going to rehome. All this bullshit comes down to nothing but lies.
Yeah.
It's all fucking lies. It's all fucking bullshit. We are the fucking victims here. I'm not the instigator. I'm literally just trying to get some fucking help. And this fucking community is so toxic and full of shit.
They don't care about us.
They don't care about us. They don't care about Matthew. It's all about the fucking steal. It's all about stealing.
They just
That's
want
all
the
the
money.
fuck it is. The fucking whole government's corrupt top to fucking bottom. The community is fucking worthless. We're literally being robbed. We've done no harm to nobody. Just fucking trying to live. Me with PTSD or CPTSD from all this fucking bullshit. Not prepared to have that shit. Already having enough challenges just from being a single dad of one when I expected, one that was not old enough to be home alone. When I should have had daycare wasn't going to be an issue. But it always would have been an issue. Trish Elliott was never going to stop. And obviously there was never going to be help. So I was just fucked because I was in the wrong fucking county. All right, here we go. This is where I'm starting from. This is where she's actually sincere for a while. So the reason I'm starting here is because if we start off from other stuff, it's just flat out fucking bullshit. It's not legit. So, anyways, here we go. Now, I'm not going to be worrying too much about text and chat. I mean, let's see. Why does it matter how old I am? You can move along if I'm not young enough for you or whatever. All right. So this is her. She's in the black, I'm in the white. Okay. Because she's in the dark and I'm in the light. No, but I didn't make that up. That's just the way it went. All right. If I text you, can you keep it off YouTube and socials? Mom checks all that. I don't need any more drama. If not, can you just pretend I didn't text and don't post this, please? That was July 16th at 6:37 p.m. I said, yes, it can be between us so long as it's not something that needs to be reported for your safety. I just saw this, by the way. I responded at 9:50. So, and there's plenty in here that was necessary for her safety. So I didn't see it for 3 hours. And then she proceeded to talk. So there was a caveat there, and that caveat still holds to this right now. Okay, good, thanks. I'm still going through a lot, but I'm safe, so it's nothing like that. So she thought by saying she was safe, she's good to go. So it's nothing like that. I'm just really realizing the extent of things that you were right about. There's still a lot I don't agree with on either of you, but I do want to say I'm sorry for fully siding with Mom back then and going along with the things she exaggerated about how you treated us. That wasn't right. Also, what's weird about this is it's reading a little bit better than I recall it. I recall it being like a really weakly worded apology that I didn't trust. But that, so far, so good. Also, I couldn't ask when you made the lives. Oh, because Mom was nosy. Oh, and I can't lie when she asked about something, so I refrained messaging. But what's the story behind her being a pedophile and also the child support? She said back then you weren't caught up and you lied, and yet she still received nothing from the government was apparently going to take from your taxes. I don't know. So she might have been put up to fish for information too. So there is still that, but we don't know because the way they fluffed it all off was really strange. I was listening and trying to make sense of stuff you said on the ones directed to us, by the way. I just couldn't text at that time without, again, her asking and finding out. That may or may not be true.
For the quick clarity, I don't just go around accusing anybody and everybody of being a pedophile. There was something, I don't remember what it was, I didn't latch on to it, but there was a little blip of some sort that Trisha had admitted to me when we were married that I don't remember the details of. I just no, I don't remember. But anyways, it's not that big of a deal, but it is a good jab. It is a legitimate jab for Trisha, who tried to sell me out for everything. You know, we were married. We should have been able to confidently talk to each other about anything, work through stuff or whatever from our past, from our present, from whatever. And of course, she was a fraud. So I just hit her back for that. But there was something, there is a basis for that. I don't remember the details. I'm not trying to figure out what the details were. Trisha Elliott is not my concern in life. My concern is all the people that let her get away with being such an evil bitch. She like runs over stuff. Even now, she's just simply not answering calls while child support is trying to lower my support, which is higher than it should be because she didn't cooperate the last time it was supposed to be reduced. And so they gave me a $10,000 break for that, but then when she did turn up, they gave her that right back and left the child support where it was. So she got rewarded for doing whatever the hell she wanted to do, yet again, by Oklahoma. I'll be right back. Oh, nice. So there's a problem where you can apply it to anything? That's pretty cool. Okay. Well, some people are still watching. So, I just thought about this. Like, all right, so I do not remember. Hopefully this is picking up. It is. I do not remember what exactly she said. I know, but here's the thing that I just now thought of that's interesting. Why does she care that I called her a pedo? Like this, apparently the way things went, maybe Allison was fishing for information for her. So she may not remember what she told me, and she's probably afraid what I knew. Because then maybe whatever she told me was severely downplayed, and she doesn't know what she told me. I am under the impression of something a little sketchy while she was babysitting, but at least at the time it struck me more like she had been tempted than that she'd actually done something wrong. I do not recall that some kid must be scarred out there, and that Trish is hiding from, I'm not saying I'm not trying to say that. I don't know what it was. I don't remember exactly. But it was definitely something she would not want me to tell anybody else. I just know that, okay? It's not, you can think of it whatever you want to, but obviously it was something that she was concerned about me still knowing, but all I still know is that she told me something along those lines. I don't know what it was. I never latched onto it. I was not a fraud in our marriage. She was. Whatever that was settled, and I moved on from it. That was early on. That's within the first year of our marriage. Whatever that was, I learned. We were married for 10 years, so there you go. All right. Now I'll get back to this.
I said, thank you for acknowledging the exaggeration. It still seems understated, but it's in the right direction, so I appreciate it. But I'm trying to make sense of everything. There's a lot I straight up don't remember due to disassociation. I barely remember my childhood for the most part. I said, as for child support, that's not between you and I, so I'm not going to discuss it. This could be part of what she was put up to, is to try to figure out where that stood. But I didn't lie about it, and your mom probably had a legit misunderstanding at the time. With all the conspiracies, lies, etc., it's like the family never existed, because the only memories that can be trusted as genuine are the bad ones. If it ever becomes water under the bridge, then maybe we can look back and put it back together. I have hard drives full of family pictures and videos that never get touched. And I've been sharing those, so I'm not exaggerating. Yeah, I can see that. Anytime we mentioned anything good, it was mostly ignored, but negative, and she was all over it. There were also times she seemed completely genuine, and some stuff she had a right to be upset over, but not everything, especially having done worse herself later. I've seen the lengths she could go, and it's kind of scary, to be honest. The craziest thing is, like 80% of the time, there's no issues. She's really good to us. But when she's pissed, it's always something petty, like getting mad that I rescued a bird using none of her money or resources, nothing to be legitimately angry over. I have a hard time wrapping my head around it. I've never told any lies about her. You have to it's supposed to be reach your own conclusions. She isn't who you want to believe she is. When you let her actions define who she is, then it won't be confusing anymore. I said, I'm probably going to sleep soon. Got to be up early, but I will read what you say when I have the time. I'm really trying to understand everything, and I'm sorry for going along with so much. I'll say one thing, she's very fucking calculated, if that's the way to describe it. I may have more time on Thursday if I don't get back to you till then, but I also might be busy. Oh shit. I didn't catch this. Oh, fuck. Said I breed tiny dogs on occasion and got to meet with a potential buyer. Oh, I didn't catch on to that. Fuck, they're fucking running a fucking puppy mill more than likely. And then Trish is all about it too, so that's probably why she gets so hard with the animals. Like, she does all the work.
She breeds puppies and sells them.
That's what she's saying right there.
So it could totally be them that dumped it, especially since they're at the
Yeah, we don't know, but yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And please be careful with social media again. She picks up on anything. She will be suspicious if one of us texted you. If she so much sees you're talking about the situation again, it's crazy. It took a lot of courage to go ahead and message. I don't even think my siblings would agree with me at the moment. So it's literally between us. I'm just trying to understand my whole life, I guess. Okay. I said, but I give zero shits about her or what type of relationship you have with her. I just have to wait and see if or when you kids decide to have a legit relationship with me, completely apart from her. That ball isn't in my court. It said, shit, you got a point. She always has a reason, but actions are louder than words. She had me convinced that abusive allegations against her were lies until like 2023, when she admitted to it all, but blamed 8-year-old me for being a brat. You can't blame a child for the abuse you inflict. Like, what the hell? She did half-ass apologize for it, but that's about it.
She's a
I said, if the truth had dictated things, your kids would have remained here.
Such a toxic bitch. And this community loves her. Locust Grove ate her right up.
Ooh. Like, the stuff
drama,
she reveals,
gossip. Ooh.
Nothing yet.
Fucking worthless fucking community.
Okay. So I'm telling her, I said, if the truth had dictated things, your kids would have remained here. I think there's some tea in there for you. Then, would you mind starting some more?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can have what's left. There's most of a cup there. Well, I mean, otherwise we'll get wasted, but I appreciate it. I'll probably need more as I read this. No, this is full. I'm good.
No, I can read them. Like, I use what she's left us for the next batch.
Oh, okay, that's fine. If you want to do it that way.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if the truth had dictated things, your kids would have remained here, actually had a home, possibly have driver's licenses, and would be honor students, graduates, etc., beginning your adult lives, not in the mess you are all in now. All of you had a few years of living a life to accomplish what?
Fucks over
I
the
don't
good
know,
kids.
but the damage and setbacks will take you decades to overcome if you ever even try to overcome
All for the
it.
drama of the
Every
Karens
last
at the
bit of what took
churches.
place since your mom's surface in 2016
That's a
has been a scam and a
Worthless
fraud.
people that got no lives. have
If
to
you
just steal
accept that,
from
then you can start to
outsiders
make
that
sense of everything
had
as
the
you go.
misfortune
You are not in a good
and live in
place,
the Locust Grove,
but you will
Oklahoma.
never get to one until you first recognize and acknowledge that you need to. It will only get worse. Adult children don't get child support and tax credits on their parents' tax returns. They also don't help GoFundMe grifts, as 4 adult children would be expected to get jobs and support themselves rather than be homeless with their mom. Whatever legitimate love she has for you kids is so low. Wait, Oreo, what you got? What you doing? Okay. Oh, she's scared. Okay. It's so low that she abandoned you without any remorse just to stay with Summer and Zach when they moved to North Carolina, then Montana, and so forth. I digress. Too much toxic soup for me. Is it fair enough? I understand not even wanting... This is my oldest daughter. She's now 21.
It's now 22.
Fair enough. I understand not even wanting to deal with any of it at all. It's been a few months before... Maybe, it's be a few months before I can fully speak for myself without
my
fear
gosh,
of
this
repercussions.
costs too
But when I
much.
can,
I have
I'll
it
by
so
all means have a
bad in
conversation with you
America.
about everything.
No, you
For now, it
don't.
should still be vague, so I don't
You
have
love
to
your
deal
neighbors.
with
You
her
wear groceries
without
that
talking
cost
to you.
less.
She's only chill with me talking to you if I disagree with everything you say. Thanks for accepting my apology. In the meantime, I felt like I should at least do that for now. So thank you for apologizing, and I'm not at all surprised by the rest. July 22nd. So apparently, yeah. Okay. So I'm sorry I haven't had the time till now and only have a little. Life is busy, but I agree that back in 2016, and on what she's been doing was fraudulent, but she would take the truth and twist it or tell us something wasn't what it was, then say you were doing that. Tell us a false definition and then have us thinking that that was the truth. Does that make sense? I didn't go with her because she gave us snacks.
Okay, I don't know how the hell they were manipulated into doing what they did. They were taught one thing. Always tell the truth. Honesty is critical, important. Honesty, 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 honesty. I don't know how the hell they got manipulated out of the one lesson they were taught to the core. But obviously, honesty is not why they're fucking dropouts and losers now. Alcohol at 14 didn't help. Brenda Cunningham being a fucking scheming little lying fucking fraudulent bitch didn't help. But they were still taught to tell the truth, and they straight up lied their way out of a future, lied their way into abuse and homelessness. It's fucking stupid. And I don't know why the fuck they haven't come around even yet.
There was serious, ridiculous manipulation going on, and I didn't know better. Not to mention, and please don't ever let her know I told you this, so I'm fully moved out, but she gave me a drink to help with anxiety. Mostly every visit, it was actually alcohol. I didn't find out till after using it a couple times, and then she convinced me it was actually medication, and the government just decided to regulate it. Also, totally fair on the child support. It isn't my business, and she must have a misunderstanding if she's still convinced you owe it, laughing my ass off. As for the tax returns, I knew something was up when she tried to convince Social Security that I'm totally disabled and she needs a check for me. It didn't work because I pretended to be unable to speak to them and give consent for her to continue. I'm fully capable of life on my own and I didn't want to be stuck with her. Holy shit. So she even tried to get her on Social Security as a disabled adult or some bullshit to still get money off of Allison as a fucking adult. But here she is, 21, still fucking there. You tell me if we've already seen enough here that obviously concerns for her safety are legit. That's why this is being shared. That's why I've tried to get help. That's why it's all in vain, because this county is so fucked up. This state is so fucked up. These locals are so fucked up. It's a country. Nobody cares about real child abuse, no matter how blatant, how terrible it fucking is. It's all a fucking game to just keep ripping us all off, and fucking every American's out there to fuck over every other American. They don't fucking care. This country is so fucking lousy.
Why are you so mad?
Because of the people.
I told you.
Not because of Trump. Trump is
told you,
representing
over and
the
over
people.
again.
That's why they like him,
Why
because
are
they
you
are
so
like
mad?
him.
I guess people don't know
Your
what it's like
neighbors
to love
are
your children
Trump.
and get fucked
Not
over and have to
just
watch them be
Trump.
ruined.
He's one of many. They
American
fucking are all
understand.
disgusting.
It's just kids. What are you pissed about?
Just like him too. All right.
We trade those
Back
to
her
Trump
text.
all the
I
time.
want to move out, but I have to say
For
up
reality
first that I'm in
TV
a weird
shows and
limbo
shit.
right now.
He
I'm having to
can-
be careful what I
he
say
can have
for fear
whatever
of
child he wants
retaliation.
to.
If she ever finds out
We'll
what I've
elect the
said, be it
president.
in my own text logs or your social media, I trust you wouldn't say anything. But if you thought I was in danger, even if I was, she'd make it worse, guaranteed. Well, it's just gonna have to get worse because you are in danger. Fuck this bullshit. We're in danger too because of this bullshit as well. So I'm gonna protect Matthew. If she wants to keep fucking off her life, she's 21 years old. She could be helping her siblings. She's a co-abuser as far as I'm concerned at this point.
Yep.
You kicked us when you kicked us out of here. You made it clear that you did not give a crap about us,
Yeah.
and you made it clear that all you said was a lie. Because how can we believe you when all you do is just lie?
Now she said here, deleted that last text, by the way, so she didn't want her mom to see that. Supposedly, I don't know. Karen writing what? Okay, Karen's writing, I guess. All right. So I'm also sorry about the thing with Oreo too. Olivia told me recently she didn't remember saying you killed him herself. She just remembered mom saying that she said that and figured she forgot and believed our mom. So that was one of the accusations they brought against me, is that I killed her cat.
Believe the woman that abandoned them. That's right.
Yeah.
It's
And
like the
even
father they've lived
when
with.
our neighbors brought us Oreo thinking it was
Sure.
that cat. We kept Oreo
Makes a lot of
thinking
fucking
that
sense
was her
for straight
cat.
A students
She
to fucking
was so
believe
eager
that fucking
to stick to that lie that she
stink
produced
bitch
photos and like,
rather
I don't
than
know that
legit
cat markets
dad.
have changed enough. So it's probably not the same cat. But
Must
either
be
way,
something
we
in
got
the
Oreo.
fucking water around this place.
And that's why his name is
These
Oreo.
people
We thought it was the
stupid as
same
hell.
cat. Because I didn't kill the cat. But now she's finally come clean on that shit. Fuck. And that was never brought up in DHS or none of that. See, I played that meeting, and you can go back and look at some of my other evidence I posted. The DHS meeting is there. Where was this crazy shit in that meeting? If it didn't exist, it's all bullshit. And in that meeting, Allison Nicole was a sketchy witness on my behalf, but she still told enough truth there to show that she's lying her ass off now. And also, my sister. Like, I would believe my brother because I can tell you one thing, not because he's my brother, but because he never lies. My sister said that. Well, she lied her ass off recently in a court case against me.
Yeah, like
Fucking-
that's what. And then she was just like saying that I was like. She didn't just say this guy's abusing, but she said I was in some sort of danger being with you.
Yeah, I don't know. They're all fucked up, man. All right.
Like that line, I want to bring that up just because that made me so mad.
Okay. Yep. Hang on. Let's keep rolling. There's a lot here to get into. But okay. I love you. Thanks for texting. Nothing is a surprise. There's only one truth, and the value of lies was for a limited time only. I'm working, so I can't text immediately.
No, they
but I
go.
can
They
respond
last
when I get
forever.
opportunity with no worries.
Lies are.
So I
Lies
love
can
you
get.
too,
You
and
can
I'm
be
very sorry for how
president.
it all
Just
went
lie
down.
your way to the
I really am
top.
trying to make it
And
right.
your fellow
but moving
American
out on
hypocrites
barely
will
over
eat
minimum
that
wage
shit
is
up.
fucking difficult. It will be months, and it's stressful.
Don't
Yeah,
be
you can
honest
have
in
a real
America.
job
You're
and get a
wasting your
real
goddamn
diploma,
time.
but
You want anything
fucked
here?
all
You
that
better
up.
be a lying
That's why
bitch.
you're working at Taco Bell. Now, why the
Integrity
fuck you're
won't
cooperating
give
to
you
get us
shit in
trespassed
America, but
and
ripped
leave yourself
off.
stuck? Like, I'm the only one that would fucking help them. I'm the only one that gives a damn about them, and they keep fucking me off. And
Yep.
that's allowing this county to keep up their corruption. It's
Yep.
allowing Brenda Cunningham to keep going without her consequences. It's allowing the
Yeah,
Marion County
and
Sheriff
that's
to
why I
keep
wear this.
fucking with me, coming to my house. Matthew saw him here the other day.
People
I was
don't want
working
me to
on the
be able
truck.
to
I didn't
tell
know
my
they were here.
truth.
They left without
They're
doing
still
anything,
afraid
but there
someone
was like
might care.
3 cop cars here again. Fuck them. I don't know what the fuck they're after. They are covering for their own corruption. It fucking sucks. This whole area sucks. All right, I understand the challenge. Where are you all at now? Aaron thought you were all headed back to Oklahoma last he knew. How did Aaron know that? Oh my God, wow. He quit talking to me after the allegations Mom started that I could no longer stop her from saying.
Quit talk.
Yeah, the fake rape accusations.
Exactly.
Those videos are linked to from my channel. I've got copies of them if she ever
I
takes
wonder
it
why
down.
he quit talking to people that accuse him of raping her.
Trisha's cousin, she accused him of raping my daughter and impregnating her, and that never occurred. That's how fucked up she is. And nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares at all about the truth. They're just trying to steal from me and Matthew at every motherfucking turn. These kids have been fucked over, they're abused, they've been homeless. When I'm still in the home, we're about to lose it, but I'm still in the home that I worked to provide for them. I went from homeless to being able to buy this home in 3 fucking years because I'm legit. I'm the only one that's been legit in any of their lives. Matthew included. Anyways, how did Aaron know that? Oh my God, wow, I quit talking to me after the allegations Mom started that I could no longer stop her from saying. And if I tell you, can you promise it won't make an appearance on social media or get back to Mom, you know, or any of my siblings? Yet they are still in the process of figuring it out. I only figured it out in 2023 because of more abuse. If you're still working, that's okay, but I just wanted to let you know I have to sleep soon because I got to get up for work myself early tomorrow. I'll message when I can, and if I'm still up though. I actually didn't get to Taco Bell that early, so I'm wondering if she's not talking also about having to get up early to do the puppy mill thing or something else. Anyways, I'm sorry, I have to verify first before I say where we are. I don't want backlash from anyone over it. Like I said, months before I can move. I can wrap up work here in just a few minutes. Okay, sounds good, but I'm not trying to stop you either. I just have to get up at 6 a.m. tomorrow. But okay, it took longer than expected, plus I need to drive home. I don't want to keep you up though. Yeah, I slept 10 hours last night somehow, so I can push it till about 11:30 p.m. Then I do need to wind down and still get 6 hours that way. I said, okay, I'm gonna go find out where I left my food. Feel free to text me when you're back home. Okay, I'm trying to read these verbatim, but I'm gonna just like go with the flow instead of like if there's shortcut or slang, if it's saying, you know, I'm gonna stay true to the message, but some of the slang and stuff is just weirding me out. Or typos and stuff. I'm gonna try to smooth those out. Okay, fair enough. The text is on the screen. All right. Hi, we're driving home. This is Matthew. Okay, so I let Matthew talk.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so the last I saw you was when I was 5. Crazy. I'm 11. Oh, wait. Hi, how's life been? I'm sorry I didn't say happy birthday at your last one. I was wishing you a happy birthday from here. I've missed you, and I'm sorry we weren't around all this time. She said, he goes, thank you, it means a lot, and I know that my dad's ex-wife was a handful, but I know you were still my sister. Oh, I'm glad you were able to understand that. That's very grown up of you. I'm all business the greatest, but I do wish we had stayed there, and I didn't miss so much of your life on top of what we have gone through. Wow, I didn't know she had said that. She did wish that they had stayed here. She said, I miss your mama. She was way more of a mom to us than our mom. Came back, and then we all got confused and tricked. Pictures are sending. I have a bad signal at home. Oh look, I have a little dog and puppies right now. Aren't they cute?
No, they're not. Puppies around here are not cute. They're
not too
disgusting.
impressed by puppies these days. We gotta say, puppy mills in the area are not a good thing.
Send pictures of
all right, thank you for realizing. We like.
If you want to follow along, Matthew, you can tune into the stream.
Yeah, we like the stream.
They're sweet dogs. We like them, but
Tetris,
we can't handle them. We don't. They've caused problems with our dogs. They're just. We only had the 3 dogs we've had ever since the kids fucked off, until we decided that we would take on a female dog, but only in a rescue situation. We did not go out and hunt down a dog, and we got the chance. We got her, so we were 4. That was maxed out. We are not attempting to hoard animals. We literally 2 out of the 3 that we had were supposed to be individual pets. Bruce originally was Allison's. He'd been a family pet long before they left or whatever, but Jake was supposed to be Ethan's, but Ethan was bribed away from his dog by a full-blooded German Shepherd, which is just bullshit. What a way to fuck up how faithful do you think he's going to be if he ever gets married? Like he's literally like already been trained by his mom to go for something better than what he has instead of sticking with the commitment that he made. Bullshit.
Yeah, like he didn't care about that dog at all. Actually, guess what?
Well, he liked Jake, but he was just bribed away from him, and then, but I mean, that's never gonna come out of him. He's always gonna be.
Remember the Christmas? Like, remember when I wrote a story for Christmas? Like, one of them was like a story that I wrote with like you and Jake, and I was like, the start of it was like about a boy who didn't really care about the dog.
Oh yeah.
And then a dad that really found the true value after he left.
Yeah. All right, I gotta get back on it. We can't go on too many tangents because there's a lot here, and I want to get into enough to make this count. But, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for realizing, and I'm happy to be kind of washing all that past stuff under the bridge. And that is a cute dog. Oh, that was you. That's you. Okay, I was gonna say. That's why I don't remember seeing puppy pictures. All right. Me too. I have a lot of animals, but I love them all a lot, and my kitties will all be seniors in 2 years already. And by the way, we're talking about pets. Do you remember Bruce? Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you know this, but 5 years ago, Jake lost his left back leg, but he's still happier than ever. But Bruce used to be my dog. So Allison, see, I just told you this, but Bruce used to be my dog a long time ago. Then I got Chrissy, and I don't know if you remember her. Our neighbors at your house made it hard to keep her and keep her safe. Yeah, Dad told me. I'm glad he's doing good. Is he still able to run fast? I don't remember Chrissy that much, but my dad told me what happened to her. So again, now she's talking the truth about it. The neighbors were harassing her over this dog. The dog used to be theirs. So they kind of had some leadway to harass over the dog more than they would any other dog. And I was like, they're never going to stop doing this, Allison. We need to just rehome the dog and get you another dog and just try to move on from there. So when I was just talking about the loyalty and stuff like that, this was so they'd quit terrorizing her or threatening that dog or possibly actually harming that dog just because their beef was with Matthew's sister Allison, the meth whore, and her mom, his mom too, because they'd fucked them over. Like Allison had a fender bender on the road. Apparently it was actually her fault, but she convinced them to like try to keep it on the down low. And then they turned around and reported it as though they had done a hit and run. And so I don't know, somewhere there was the truth, but the bottom line is they thought they had something talked out, and then Allison and Rebecca went ahead and called the police on them or whatever, and that lady got like $1,600 in tickets, including hit and run and other bullshit. Now, again, I don't know what the real truth is there, whether it was Allison's fault or the other lady's fault, but I can tell you what, for damn sure, if it was Allison's fault, she's probably lucky she didn't get fucking killed over that shit. If it was really Allison's fault and they tried to work with her, which there was no reason to hide it from me. Allison being irresponsible or whatever, car crashes, they fucking happen. Literally all the car had some damage to it, but to be drivable, it just needed a fucking headlight. But anyways, that's another tangent. It gets stupider from there. Allison could have kept that car for a while. It was given to her by her mom, which is totally fucked up. But anyways, she fucked it off. And then anyway, no good things happen with Allison Lewis, period. None. If you think you see something good, it's fake. Like her charity, it's fake. It's a grift. It's probably paying for her meds because she's lost weight. She looks flabby. Matthew, do you think she's on Ozempic, or do you think she's probably back to meth? If you had to guess.
You know what? I don't know.
He doesn't know. Well, that's just fair. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So anyways, she used to come home thirsty as the neighbors kept her away from me sometimes, and I felt bad for her living like that. I don't think I could get rid of one of my pets ever again, though. That was hard. This is her. That was Chrissy. She's doing good. Her new family keeps me updated every once in a while. And Matthew said, I remember her a little bit more now. LOL, that's cool pictures. Cool pictures will do that sometimes. I could just search dog in my photos and find her way, way down. LOL. There he goes. And he said, we lost Martha for different reasons. And she said, maybe it was old age. We had one of the birds before you were born, I think, but it was only like 9 or 10. But that was also 5 years ago. It's still sad though, they were fun. In the background of all of our home videos was just birds singing, LOL. And then you said, haha. Anyway, Mr. Pete is still loud and happy. Unfortunately, he's since passed. But, anyways, she said, talk to Dad about it first, but there's a super cool game called Beat Star. If you like music, it might be fun. I can't play it much. I don't have enough signal at home, but I used to play every day and got really good at it. It's basically piano tiles, but actually good. It censors cuss words and stuff, but still check with dad first. I don't even know if you have a phone, but if you do, it's only mobile. The computer version is too hard, and I'm not sure if it's even real or has a mod, if you know what that is. That's so cool, dude. He's older than you. Does he have a new bird friend? I can't remember. And Oreo 2.0 is funny, and when he needs food, he jumps up and taps on her shoulders. Aw. Oh wait, look at that. Oh, I hope it's my Oreo. He doesn't have the same markings, but I'd know if I seen him in person. I'm planning on getting a black and white kitten when I move in honor of Oreo either way, because my cats are all almost seniors, and a kitten will spice things up, LOL. Yeah, we don't know if it's hers. I mean, she sought to prove that it wasn't hers, like right off the rip, but I did cuss out, she said. But because this was with Matthew. I'm driving and letting Matthew text with her. And sadly, Mr. Pete does not have a new bird friend, but Oreo likes his hat, so yeah.
Like his hat! He likes his hat!
Anyways. Also, how much pets do you have? We have 5. Oh, okay, and that's crazy. I can't have little pet birds because my cats want to eat them. But I do have 5 chickens who are technically still babies, but big. Olivia's roosters sound like dog toys when they try to crow right now. So I have 5 dogs and 3 cats. I'm capped out on dogs. One was returned back to me. She's my service dog's sister. And the old owner is too old for her to jump on him anymore. She makes him fall. He asked me to keep her myself. He didn't trust anyone else to care for her the way he would. That is funny. Also, when I was 4 years old, I wanted chickens, but I heard about them now, not so much. The big dogs are Coda and Ruby. Coda is my service dog. He's black, and Ruby is golden with a black face. They are 3 and German Shepherd golden mixed. Then I have a cream Shorkie, Levi. He is 2. Murray is a white Chihuahua with spots.
And like, guess what? Remember, Rosie also has a lot of pets on her own. So like, at most they're pushing about like 30.
Yeah. I don't know her age, but she is young, probably 2 or 3. And the last dog is her baby. She's 3 weeks. I already planned on keeping her before she was born and before I got Ruby back. Chickens are kind of crazy. They are a lot of work. I got them to eventually sell chicks, and also to eventually feed some to my dogs. Not these 5, but some of their chicks in the future. What the hell?
What?
She's got the chickens. She wants to feed some of them to her dogs. Like, what the fuck? You get chickens to feed to your dogs on?
Yeah, I know. I told you that. I was like, yeah, we were talking about that. I remember.
That's crazy. Anyways, that's so weird. My cats are. This is crazy.
Yeah, you make an animal just to feed to other animals. Like, that's different than just like farming normal chickens. Because like.
And then then how are you going to keep the chickens that you want to keep if you're feeding your dogs chickens so that they want to eat the chickens? You have to teach them to not want the chickens.
That's like morbid. Like, I'm a huge hypocrite when it comes to food. But
That
like,
is so fucking weird. Dog
Yeah,
snacks don't cost as much as the trouble it takes to raise a chicken. What the fuck? Oh well,
Yeah.
that's her for us. Anyways, but she did watch as an 8-year-old, watch her mom kill 2 ducks that she had been playing with. As friends, and you see my videos how she was a duck whisperer. She could catch wild ducks and hold them.
Why'd she kill the dog?
They ate them. They because of their religion, they were trying to only kosher foods and this and that and everything else. So to have the duck, they killed them, but she like wringed their necks or some shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do ducks or whatever. I don't know. It's just like
That's horrible.
yeah, it was. And she watched them do it. And like, but again, she had been playing with those ducks and stuff. They were probably a lot of reprieve for her from all the bullshit she was going through there.
Yeah.
And then
they
she
just
watched
got
that.
killed.
Yeah.
And
And
then
then who knows?
She had to eat them.
Yeah, who knows? There might even be more of that story. Hell, it may have been on purpose. It may have been punishment.
Yeah.
But she didn't
Because,
tell. She didn't tell.
Because like how her hair ended up getting cut and all that stuff, she had to go outside within her night. Like yeah, some stuff like that.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, my cats are Nico, Gray, Alexa, Black, and Clark, Calico. Nico's almost 6, Clark is 5, and Alexa's almost 5. 3 fucking cats in a camper. one cat is almost too much for us in the house, especially while having a full plate and stuff. One litter box to deal with and stuff. Can you imagine 3 in a small camper? No, it's okay if, oh wait, also, by the way, my dad wants to know if you wanted to say anything else. No, it's okay if he wants to talk and you're home. I do too. I have to get up early to work tomorrow. I love you. Okay, love you too. Goodbye. Goodbye. All right. It's Dad again. It's up to you if you wanted to talk about anything else. It's complicated for me. I have PTSD for this stuff, so it's triggering to even have to determine how to stay safe, not to mention trying to talk when you aren't truly free to. It must be virtually impossible for a person to get onto their own feet with minimum wage today. I don't know how you will escape. I mean, just, you asked where we were at now, and I wanted to make sure it wouldn't get back to Mom or even to my siblings that I told you, aside from Matthew, obviously. I know it's repetitive, but it's months before I can move, so I have to make sure I don't end up in a shitty situation. If she were to find out, I told you. Guys, this information should be enough for DHS to help them out. DHS is never going to fucking help them out. DHS is only here to fuck with legit parents. Also, thank you for letting me talk to Matthew. I wasn't even going to ask, since we asked for partly the wrong reasons so many times before. I didn't want you to think that is why I messaged you in the first place, because it's not. See, and I caught a lot of flack from people for fucking the way I reacted to their bullshit attempts to get inroads to him. I'm putting $100 back a week if I can. I got a friend who will let me rent a home she owns for $500, doesn't care about my animals because she knows me and knows how well behaved I have them, and is saving it for me. The biggest thing is waiting on Olivia to turn 18 and affording a freaking car. It is incredibly difficult. So I understand I was skeptical the first time because your apology seemed to be as weak as it could possibly be while possibly advancing the playing field. It seemed like maybe something your mom could have concocted at first, but but I have always been aware you would not be free to talk with me if it was anything positive. So I'm sorry I have PTSD, so I know what you mean, but I know it's not all triggered by the same stuff person to person. For me, I'm also still in fight or flight a lot with her. I struggle with disassociation so much. I can't find most things in the store or even the car in the parking lot without Coda, my service dog. I trained him to find shit for me and tell me if I'm spaced out. I work food service and manage okay without him there, but it's hard some days. I'm really not, she's a nightmare. Okay. Anyways, so are you guys in Arkansas now, and are you living with or off of other people? And it was weak because I was scared I might have no good parent, and I was scared you would go off on me and I'd be back to square one, but also because I was exhausted that day already. That's the day she decided she would quite literally have Ethan take my dog from my air-conditioned camper, tie her up in the heat by my mom, and the mom texted while I was at work asking to fucking adopt her. She said, we are in okay, not far from Locust, but in the country. Partly off of other people as far as the car. Mom has a warrant for an old traffic ticket, can't drive. Not that anyone's going to try to do anything about that either. Clinton can drive, but our car isn't road legal. Olivia pays for the property for now, till we leave. Then I think Clinton is going to pay for it until him and Ethan could go. So they're paying for the property that their mom is on with them while they're trapped, and it's just fucking crazy. And then she sent some screenshots from her mom, I guess. Have a good day at work today, because Zara and I adopt Ruby. Oh, so Zara, whoever Zara is, that's apparently her girlfriend. Or a fake name for the girlfriend, probably. I've been waiting to start a quail flock, and we will need a protector to alert at night because quail are too quiet to hear if they are attacked. Fucking name. And Ruby is so good with birds. And that was, look, it's even, these are screenshots from Alice's phone. She's got to save it long. I asked Ethan to bring her up on a leash so we could hang out.
Might be because the swords are.
And Elsa said, no, I'm keeping her. Okay, cool. Well, guess what? Ethan is making planks for our cabin right now. Looks so cool. Don't talk Clinton yet because I think Ethan is trying to prove him wrong.
Try to free up some space.
Elsa said, that's great. I also need Ruby put back. She only has the collar she can get off of right now. So she's at risk till we get new numbers and I can make her ID. And to be honest, I'd really rather be asked next time because of things like that, and that AZ picks fights with her sometimes. Okay, she's already put back now. Sorry, I won't do it again. It's okay. You'd hate having her anyway. She's very cuddly and loves the bed and clingy, and she licks. We're having such a great day.
Are these like screenshots?
Yeah. LOL, the drive-thru is shut down for 2 hours and we were short-handed. Yeah. Because someone got so sick she had to go home. Very fun. Damn. She also never barks and isn't good with birds. She's just scared of your rooster. Laughed my ass off.
For the right.
These were texts I got when I was working that day. Pissed me off because, hang on, I got a scratch.
Okay.
Pissed me off because she knows how I
Okay,
feel
guys,
about
I'm
my
gonna wrap it
dogs
up
and that
here.
I'm not okay
This,
with them being taken anywhere without permission.
Text on this video,
She
do you want
was
to find that stream
pushing buttons and I know
to
it.
see where it goes?
So you all paying? So you all are paying for
And
some
then
property, and her
this-
plan is to build a cabin. Yep. What shelter do you have now? There.
Pretty effed up. This is what people hate me for. Being a victim of this small fucking town and a crazy ex-wife. And just, there we go. For not blowing my head off in response to these motherfuckers fucking me over. That's why people hate me. Have a good day.